Inheritance is one of the feature of object-oriented programming language. Using inheritance, we achieve code reusability, means already written code is used to write a new code. As you are not writing the code from the scratch, your development time reduces and you are already using tried and tested code. Therefore, the resultant code after inheritance, reliability of that code increases. The code which is to be reused is stored in the base class, also called as parent class or superclass. The new features which are to be added to the code are written in the derived class, also called as the subclass or the child class. It is said that your subclass inherits or reuse the features of the base class or the superclass or the parent class. Let us understand this by example. Here we will first see syntax for writing the base class. As any class can be inherited, the syntax for base class remains the same. So here class base, it has two member function. One is a constructor which is initializing two data member, and one is a display function which is displaying the value of two data members using F formatting. Create the class. We haven't done anything to the base class for inheritance. Just we created the object of the base class base using the name of the base class. We pass two arguments which will be stored as parameter in the A and B, and via parameter they will be stored in member A and B. Object will be created and data member A and B will have a value 1020. If we check the content of the object B1, in the last you can see it has A, B, display, and along with the class methods, which includes the constructor. B1 has a display method, therefore calling the display method, you get the output as 1020. Syntax for writing a derived class. Class, derived class name, opening and closing parentheses. Inside it you have to write the name of the class which is to be inherited. In this case we want to inherit the class with name base, therefore inside opening and closing parentheses we have written base. Inside the derived class we have done nothing, therefore we have a statement pass. Click on the cell, run the cell. All the features of the base class will be inherited in the derived class, means you have data member A, B, init and display function indirectly present in the derived class. So while creating the object of derived class, we are passing two member 100 and 200 which will be used for initialization of the data member of A and B. Click on the cell, run the cell. Your A and B are initialized. It has indirectly display method also. If we run d1.display, we can see the information of A and B as 100, 200. If we check the content of the object d1, we can see it has A and B as a data member and display as a member function, which was inherited in the derived class by the virtue of inheritance. Via derived class doesn't contain any code of itself. In the next case, we see when the derived class contain its data member also and member function also. It is the duty of the derived class to call the constructor of the base class. So here we are writing a new derived class with the name derived. It is inheriting the base class. This derived class has constructor init. So it is accepting four arguments. First two argument will be used for initializing the data member of the base class, and next two argument parameters will be used for initialization of its data member. So after this first statement, you have name of the base class dot init function being called in opening and closing parentheses, self parameter, and the first two arguments which are used for initialization of data member of base class, because base class constructor required two parameters. Next two arguments are used for initialization of its member. There are two members C and D, therefore C is used for initialization of C and D is used for initialization of D. Here directly we use the base class name inside the derived class. This is the first member of the derived class. It has two new members C and D. It has a new member function show, which is calling the display function of the base class, and it has a print statement which is printing the information of C and D using F formatting. Inside the placeholder, it is printing the value of C and D, where opening and closing curly braces represent the placeholder and information which is to be printed of the variable are written using self.c and self.d. Class derived is created. Now when you are creating the object of this derived class, you have to pass 4 arguments. First 2 are for A and B, second 2 are for C and D. This A and B will be used for calling base class constructor, and C and D will be used for initialization of its member. So D1 is created. We can call D1 display function because display function is present via inheritance. We can call show function because show function is directly available inside this class. If we check the data members are 1, 2, 3, 4, display function will display 1, 2, and self.c, self.d will display 3 and 4. If we check the content of the object D1, it has A and B member indirectly, C and D member directly, display function indirectly, and show function directly. Now we will see use of super method inside the derived class. So in the previous case, we have seen a derived class which was having its own properties and methods. In this case also, we have updated the same derived class. Instead of using the base class name directly inside the derived class, we have used a method super, which creates the object of the derived class, which is used to call the constructor of, which creates the object of the base class and used to call the constructor of the base class. See the difference. We are not writing the base class name directly. We are writing super method, which will call constructor of the base class, and you don't have to give self argument here. Here we need to provide self argument. So class derive init, it is accepting 4 arguments as parameter A, B, C, D. Via super, it is calling the constructor of the base class, passing first 2 argument A and B, and second 2 arguments are initialization of the derived class member which are added new, and the show function which is added new. We have seen this in the previous code also. We create the object of derived class, we have to pass 4 arguments which will use as parameter A, B, C, D. AB will be used for data member AB and CD will be used for initialization of data member CD. If we call the display method, AB will be 4, 5. If we call the show method, it will display 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we check the content of object D2, it has AB directly, CD, AB indirectly, CD directly, display indirectly, and show directly. So in this video, we have seen what is inheritance. Through inheritance, we use code reusability. What is the syntax for writing a base class? What is the syntax for writing a derived class? What is the use of super method? Thank you. Thanks for watching. Do hit that subscribe button for more such technical content. See you in the next video.